Hey guys, I'm Jonathan Pitts. I'm a pastor, was the executive pastor at Church of the City in Franklin, Tennessee. I still pastor there. So I'm pastoring, but I'm also running a ministry called For Girls Like You that my late wife started several years ago. I'm a dad of 4 girls, all teenage girls at this point. I was married to a woman named Wynter Pitts for 15 years, and in 2018 she tragically passed away really suddenly. When I think about like my journey and where my joy comes from and where hope comes from, I'm constantly having to remind myself that my joy is only found in the Lord, and He can give me joy through relationships I have, relationships with my girls, all teenagers, so that can sometimes feel like it's few and far between. But they're beautiful and they can give me joy. Obviously, I'm joking. Second, my wife and our relationship, our friendship, friendships I have around. But I have to keep going back to and reminding myself that my joy deeply can only be found in the Lord, because every single relationship I have, humanly speaking, can fail me. I can fail them. Times can get tough. Circumstances are challenging. Like, ultimately, I have to keep pushing back to finding my joy in the Lord, which is, it's funny is as a pastor, it's easy to preach that and actually not do that. So waking up a lot of mornings, like I can wake up with like this low level underlying anxiety, and it doesn't have to be very specific about one thing. It can just be like, I just have this feeling of like, I don't know if you guys are Enneagram people, but I'm an Enneagram 3, so sometimes I can feel like waking up like I'm not doing enough already today. And it's like, what are you talking about? You just woke up. But having that feeling, and I have to remind myself, I did it yesterday. Like I literally just like thanked God for where I am, and I just said the Lord's Prayer, like simply, quietly in my bed before I started my day, and just resetting my expectation and hopes that my joy is in the Lord. And also, I just think that what God's really done in my life is not only redeem me, but He reminds me continually that He's constantly redeeming me. He's constantly making all things new. He's making my life new. He's given me love. He's given me new joys in parenting. He's given me new ministry. Like, He's just doing lots of new stuff. And so I can be expectant that I have a God who's constantly working all the things in my past for my good in the future, even when it doesn't feel like that. I have lots of circumstances in my life right now where I don't even understand what my life is what's happening. Like I've got a couple of different things going on. I'm like, God, who are you making me to be? But I can expect and trust that God's got a great plan, and I can sit in that. It's so funny because as pastors we can say that to anybody, but are we believing that about ourselves? My encouragement to you today is just to believe that about yourself and your story and your God.